notwithstanding, I see you got here in a timely fashion. At one moment, while I confirm the cargo's condition. No damage to speak of? Thank you for transporting my cargo with care. I'm on the cusp of a... Go ahead.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
On the network at last, eh? I've been waiting for this moment for so very long. This should enable me to increase the pace of my research into new defensive solutions. As for the cargo you brought me, it's the culmination of the Phantom Smith's recent efforts. I applied a few finishing touches, and voila! I can now share with you the data for a chiral cannon. It is a devastatingly powerful weapon that can be mounted onto pickup off-roaders. You'll find it deals unparalleled damage to BTs as well as ghost mechs. Which might come in handy, since it's not just armed survivalists that have been sighted recently. It's ghost mechs too. It's hard to say, but Higgs might be up to something. So that's all the more reason to have weapons suited to dealing with his minions. Ideally, this cannon would only be effective against BTs and mechs. Unfortunately, though, such firepower is more than enough to kill any human outright, so please use it wisely. In addition, I'm happy to share some new pickup off-roader tires that will significantly improve its traction. You can swap them in and out as you like when customizing your vehicles. I highly recommend using these if you're planning to tackle a snow-covered mountain. Thank you again for your help. I'll be sure to continue my research into ghost technology in the days ahead. I intend...
Sam, just... Be advised, Sam, that I've switched this call to private mode. We need to talk about Charlie. I reviewed the contract between APAC and Drawbridge and followed the money. By doing so, I was able to confirm that funding for Drawbridge was provided by none other than Bridges. Though they used intermediaries to obfuscate the transactions, Bridget is undoubtedly the source of your patrons' funds. In other words, Drawbridge cannot be considered as an independent civilian organization. Should these details come to light, your attempts to integrate Mexico and Australia into the chiral network could be misconstrued as an expansionist effort. When I tasked Drawbridge with the... But...
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Just like old times.
Where are we?
This place does wonders for my mood. The repairs to the DHV Magellan are still ongoing, so I thought to return here and see if I couldn't make progress with our Lou investigation.
Learn anything new?
Well, At the Motherhood's facility, we managed to confirm that Lou's original serial number was none other than BB00. And this is what I found when I attempted to search for associated records. To build the chiral network, 9 sacrificial BBs were prepared. However, the network's original design required only 1. A single sacrificial BB unit, facilitating chiral communications across the entire North American continent. This approach called for what was dubbed a core bridge baby, and BB00 was a lucky candidate assigned to play this role. However, Bridges subsequently abandoned the idea, their tests having failed to yield the desired results. And so it was that the model requiring multiple sacrificial BBs was ultimately adopted.
Meanwhile, Lou was placed into storage for an extended period, and for reasons yet unknown, inherited the identity of BB-28.
Records indicate that the Bridges research team was responsible for the reclassification.
Were they trying to cover up the earlier experiments by falsifying Lou's production year, perhaps? Or did Bridges have some other hidden agenda?
I'm afraid that remains unclear.
Well, we now know Lou was born 11 years ago. There may very well have been a connection with Neil.
You know, my fondness for this place isn't wholly nostalgic. It has the most delightful hot springs, you see. Though, truth be told, even they aren't my favorite thing about it. If you can find the time, you should come visit. Give the old bones a soak.
Oh, a warm bath does sound good.
Perfect treat for a weary traveler. Anyway, I'll see you aboard the Magellan.
Do you read me, Sam? This is Tarman. I've relocated my hand at last, out there on the currents, bobbing along like before. Now that our connection has been re-established, I should finally be in a position to wrap up repairs on the ship. But that won't be enough for what's coming. We need to improve our weaponry as well. South Fort Knott is home to an exceptional researcher. It so happens that they were instrumental in the construction of this fine vessel, and they're preparing the latest and greatest weapons for our use as we speak. Just a few more hurdles, Sam. Access the South Fort Knott delivery terminal and take care of the main order for me.
Hello, Sam. Feeling rested and refreshed? I finished preparing your next delivery for you. The equipment to enhance the DHV Magellan's weaponry. You'll find it utilizes cutting-edge technology, the fruits of our recent research. Oh, and my mentor also asked that you deliver a hearty...
Order accepted. Thank you. Very impressive work, Sam.
Sam, it's Dead Man. Hartman is away on the beach, so I've taken the liberty of borrowing his Ha again in his absence. I've also been making use of my own time on the beach to scour the UCA database for answers about BB00. As I told you before, it's much easier to get around their security from here. We previously thought that BB00 was placed into storage and reclassified as BB28, and that this was done by Bridges to conceal the existence of the Cord Bridge Baby program from the public. However, it turns out that information was falsified. And now we know what really happened. Bridges intended to decommission and dispose of BB00, but someone intervened behind the scenes. They ensured that BB00 was spared and sent to a storage facility where it received the BB28 serial number. Per the official records, however, BB00 was decommissioned, and Bridges had no reason to believe otherwise. So, who do you think was behind this deception? Well, I determined which account was used to manipulate the BB records. It was registered to a Bridges member with the highest level access permissions. As you may have guessed, Sam, it was the leader of the first expedition, Amelie. And she did it all just to protect Lou.
It was Amelie. I can't believe she went to such lengths. It was thanks to her that you could even meet Lou in the first place, then.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care.
The thoughts I tried to sway would not behave. I'm waiting for you to be.
Okay, just a bit further now.
Wait, wait.
Welcome back, Sam. I see you come bearing gifts. Just give me a moment to check your cargo. Struth, Sam. This cargo's in flawless condition. You're in a class of your own.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Here's a little something for you. Feel free to use it. It won't be long now till the DHV Magellan is fully operational. Fragile and the others should be back soon too. Anyway, I'd better hurry up and see to the remaining repairs. Thanks again, Sam.
Sam, your next objective will also be your last. Terminal Fort Knott. To put them on the grid, you'll first need to link up the Southern Environmental Observatory. It's safe to assume that this final step will be the most challenging yet. For now, you should rest in the private room to ensure you're well prepared for what's to come.
Did you sleep well, Sam? Repairs to the DHV Magellan are now complete. We're ready for you to chart our next course. The main cannon is being fitted as well, but it'll take a while for it to be calibrated. I'll let you know when it's ready for use. Anyway, the new and improved DHV Magellan is now at your service. Finish off anything you need to do out there. Then prepare to continue expanding the chiral network. We're counting on you, Sam.
Sam, this is Charlie. Your next order requires that you accomplish two specific objectives. First of all, you are to proceed to the armed survivalist base and destroy all the chiral jammers you find there. So long as even a single one remains active, you will be unable to use your Cupid to link up the next facility. It is therefore essential that you remove this impediment before proceeding any further. Our latest reports indicate that there are hostiles on site who are equipped with electromagnetic shields. This would give them a significant defensive advantage, so engaging them head-on in a firefight may lead to a prolonged and difficult struggle. If you intend to go on the offensive, consider the properties of your weapons carefully before deciding which ones to bring with you. After you have destroyed all the chiral jammers at the enemy's base, head directly to the Southern Environmental Observatory. A contingent of ghost mechs has been sighted dangerously close to the facility. We need to bring it onto the chiral network before these mechs can get into position and prevent us from doing so. Once you've extended network coverage, the DHV Magellan can move there to provide support. There's no time to waste, Sam.